Precious souls, spirits in the house. Come on and play. We're going to do some readings, little soul family chit chat, get down to the truth, only the truth, so help spirit. Just cleansing the space really quick before we start. Asking for the protection of our divine team, Archangel Michael, tapping into the higher self and guardian angels and all of our ancestors with only clear messages coming through for everyone. Only light and love lives in this space. All negativity leave. All right, let's get down to it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Donna. Let's do some Osho Zen. We are cleansed, we are pumped, we are ready. Amazing things are about to happen because we are in the magical room of the divine. A very strong soul family we are. Calling in the higher self of all watching. Guardian angels, spirit guides, and the most incredible ancestors. Let's find out what we need to know today. Come through, spirit. I'll take the first top 10, starting with exhaustion. Okay, so apparently we're still pushing ourselves a little too hard in our masculine energy, too much action devoted on something that is not serving our highest growth. Well, what's our challenge then, spirit? To step into the adventure, following our inner child that wants us taken to adventure, get away from this mundane push, push, push. Our body's tired. It's time to be playful. Seek something different. You feel the energy, do you, Donna? That's awesome. This is intense. Woo, my ear just started ringing, so I think your ancestors are chiming in too as soon as you said that. Yeah, we're embarking on a beautiful adventure. We're taking that challenge because that's what we do. We take the challenges and we grow. All right, so sharing our inner divine gifts. Everything that we came here with, our beautiful gifts are all being unlocked, and we are starting to share them with others. And that's the biggest, most incredible, loving gift you can give anybody is part of your essence. What you are learning, what you are understanding, what you have to share, some of your experiences, your compassion, your love, your ability to shine. I said take the top 10 and they're not letting me. They're making me go with the shuffling, so we're going to go with it. All right, so cautiously, we're living moment to moment. This is the most powerful way to live. We can see all of the divine signs, follow our gut instinct, where we're supposed to go next because we're being led all along our path. One moment at a time, everything's in front of us. We can look around, see what it is that we need. A ladybug might be relevant for someone who just caught my attention. Living moment to moment fully, not worried about the future or the past. Donna, what are they wanting to say? Well, they're saying we're exhausting our body. We need to stop that. We're told to stop that. We're exhausting, using our energy in an excess, probably pouring it into something that is not necessarily what we need to pour it onto, because our path should not be filled with massive resistance, or we're meant to go somewhere else. And the challenge is, of course, stepping into this adventure. So there's something adventurous waiting for us. Our mind will say, no, that's too terrifying. But our inner child says, let's go. Donna, living moment to moment is so much more peaceful. It is, isn't it? You just know that you're cared for. You know that you've got the angels have your back, your spirit guides have your back. Everything works out. And then you start to see the obvious around us. What does that clock say? 8:01. Strength in our using our inner gifts and in a new way for others. Stepping forward on a new journey, using our strength to do it. Pulling on the strength that we've attained so far. It's in our tool belt. Let's use it. So subconsciously, we're sharing our inner gifts more with others, and we're living moment to moment as well. Just recently, Spirit, what do we need to know? Oh, they gave me 2. They said we started to make extraordinary experience out of very ordinary events. So, of course, living fully in each moment, we create something more magical. I do this a lot, sometimes not even realizing I'm doing it, but I get right into what I'm doing to the point that a normal moment, a boring moment for others, becomes exciting for me. It's exhilarating. I make it extraordinary, right? And they also gave me that we might be comparing in the past. There was something we were also comparing. And no two things can really be compared. Each of them has their own special place. So it's about seeing which one we're aligned with, which one aligns us with our highest aspirations, which ones will take us to that happy space that we're wanting to go to. And this could be jobs, this could be relationships, this could be so many things that we as human beings, our ego will compare. Sometimes even stepping into a new relationship, it could be the most blissful relationship, and we could still, our minds want to compare. Are we doing better or not? You know what I mean? And there's no comparison. It's just indulging in what is in front of you in this moment and seeing what you're meant to take from that moment and what you're meant to give to that moment. Okay, in the near so-called future, should we decide to stop exhausting our bodies and really grab onto this stepping into adventure, something new, something different, something that makes our heart sing, this is what we can expect. What would that be, Spirit? In regards to a future, should we choose to grab onto this adventure and stop pushing ourselves like little slaves, factory workers? I'm hearing some of us are still like working for other people, bringing all of our beautiful manifestation energy to other people, helping to build their empire when ours is sitting there waiting to be built. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, future. Yes, we can expect to embark on a beautiful new journey. Okay, a brand new journey that's going to align with where we desire. Notice it goes right up to source, the Son of God, the source, right? We are walking on a new journey under the guidance of our incredible spirit guides and ancestors and our whole spirit team. Also, being open moment to moment to change, switch to a different street, a different avenue, a different road, wherever it takes us as we feel called. Donna, I want to quit my job. I'm concerned my path is not going to financially support me. I need a sign, I guess. I am not seeing. Well, here's the sign from me, okay? And you need to take it as it resonates. Everybody's on a different journey about when they're to do things. My sign came, I had 3 jobs. I technically had 4 jobs. I had 3 matrix jobs, okay? And each one of them became so uncomfortable that I was forced to leave. There was no way I could have stayed and remained true to who I was. One of them had several narcissists at. I loved the job, but there was so much, I was under so much attack because my light was blinding their little eyes, and that I had to leave that one. And the other ones, it was all the same circumstance. It became so uncomfortable that in order to save my mental health and my well-being, my physical well-being, all of it, I was under attack. So I had to leave them. And the last one, believe it or not, I was working for my narcissistic ex. It was the last income that I had that I was holding on to. And I think he counted on that, where I managed all of his properties. And I didn't make much money, that's for sure, off of that. But it was the only thing that was left that would actually at least pay my mortgage, part of my mortgage. And I finally got to the point where I felt so deep in my core that I don't care if I have to sleep in a tent. I will not allow this connection, this tie with someone who wants that much control over my life and treats me like a puppet and only wants things done to my detriment. So I cut all cords, and this was right before Christmas. I didn't have a lot of money at Christmas because of this. I had to decide this for myself, but everybody understood, everybody around me knew, and I had to accept a lot of new lessons that helped me learn that just because I'm not able to give people thousands of dollars worth of gifts like I used to, that it's okay. And everybody showed me that I was fine and lovable just the way I was. I had to learn a lot through it. It was free falling. I'm still alive today. You could see I'm not skin and bones. Okay, I'm still good. I'm still doing everything I love. I love helping others. I love using tarot. I love tapping into my psychic gifts. And the more I was forced to free fall, not knowing what tomorrow brings, the more the right people were there to help me, that believed in me, and that knows that, as a for instance, I've got interestingly enough, a house that's been listed for almost 2 years now that I built. It's a very expensive house that my ex has been enjoying with whomever. And that money mysteriously somehow it hasn't sold yet. Somehow that money got tied up. That too will come to light, my dears. But you asking, when do I know when? When you think it. Because I free fell, and that money will come when it's time. In the meanwhile, anything I need, I am being forced to look in the moment, every moment, what's being offered to me. I can paint things and sell them. I have family. I have friends. I do readings. I am still doing free stuff online. And the more that you give, the more the right people will align with you and help you. Just never let it scare you. When you start operating out of fear, it pulls you into ego, and then people can tap into your essence, drain you dry. And we're not fearing anymore, because somehow, miraculously, everything I need is coming to my doorstep despite the efforts of those who are trying to sink me. I hope that answers your question, Donna. These cards are helping. Yes. And you know deep in your heart, you're ready when you start to think, I'm ready. I think I'm ready to do this. That's when you're ready. And instantly, when you force yourself, like I did, to just let go and free fall, it's the most terrifying yet exhilarating and incredibly loving feeling, because your angels and your spirit guides continue to show up for you. They continue to do this. You have no choice but to trust. And it's incredibly beautiful. Donna, I'm trying to free fall. I've always been able to do it myself. Yeah. See, I was always hyper independent because of the relationships, the dynamics I was in. I was the one who had to do everything for myself and most others. And it sure does equip. If you look, you were being trained, equipped for this moment where you could finally take care of yourself. And the more you pull back your energy and stop giving it to people that misuse it or abuse it or weaponize it, you've got more for yourself. Phil, welcome. Letting go allows the source to put you into the place you need to be. Bam, exactly. Because you have no choice. You're not fighting it. Your ego isn't saying, here's what I'm doing tomorrow. Here's how I can expect the outcome to find me. You're just free falling. And it's the most beautiful thing. I mean, look at all the friends I've made online. I was forced to confront my fear of going online and speaking. You're just, you free fall because you know deep down at your core that long before they invented flipping burgers in a burger shop, long before, they did any of these matrix jobs, we existed together. We found a way to find each other and to help each other. All right, guys, I'm going to get back to the reading. So we know that in our future, should we free fall and take this adventure, a brand new journey will open up to us, the one we were meant to travel on. I want to see the energy of you right now, okay? Reading into the energy right now of everyone watching, our beautiful collective. Okay, so overthinking. You're just being reminded that your head, your ego, your mind is not meant to be a factory that overthinks. When is it time? How will I do this? How will things end up? How will I make my money? It's like silence the mind and like Phil said, force yourself to just trust that everything will align. We were not programmed to turn that factory off, because we always believed, 8:11 on the clock, just saying, that if we do not keep control, we could lose everything. But that's not the truth. Donna, the lashback from my spouse because I quit will be rough. He still believes work, work, work. So I am doing the day by day. Oh, yeah, from your spouse. Yeah. See, that's what I had to confront in my life. Is I was heavily heavily controlled by my ex. Like I couldn't even there everything was controlled. Okay? Probably every single moment needed to be accounted for. There was a time where he actually where I was presenting time-stamped receipts because I was constantly on the defense of where I was and if I really was there and all of it. So we need to make a choice. We need to do it right now. Like, are we going to allow ourselves to be unauthentic and allow what other people's needs are based on their insecurities or their beliefs? Is that going to be our control? Is that going to control us? Are we going to be little puppets? Oh, now I'm enabling it. Now they're going to ask for more from me. Now this doesn't resonate with their beliefs. There comes a time, and I think I feel this in most people's lives, where we have to choose ourselves or everyone else. And I had to release so many people, and it didn't make me lonely. In fact, it made me, as I was conquering these things, I was given more downloads and more realization about how I truly am not alone. I've got spirit guides with me. Donna, I'm not controlled, but money is his main focus. Yeah, but I'm not calling you out, hun. I'm saying you're staying in the job because that's his belief, right? Then we're letting what I'm saying is I'm actually empowering you. You're allowing him or his beliefs to impact your decisions, which is control, whether he's signed up for it or not. Sometimes we'll do that. Oh my goodness, thank you, Spirit. I had to go through that lesson big time because one of my birth purposes has an 8 in my number, 3811, and that 8 signifies I'm extremely powerful and extremely abundant. But what was the lesson? I spent most of my life giving my power away by A, not making my own decisions, B, being codependent and people pleasing. And I had to learn the value and absolute importance of not depending on anyone else when I had to make these decisions for myself, which inevitably made me have to leave a lot of them behind. Donna, yes, I felt that. So I'll call myself out all day, any day. I love it, actually. I love looking for any little flaws or anything that I can continue to grow on, right? Because to me, that's life. Spirit guides want you to devote your intensity of all that energy, whatever it is your goal is, pinpoint it, and anything that doesn't resonate with that, does not support or establish that inner dialogue or that goal that you're setting out, then it does need to fall away. And I had to, like I said, let go of a lot of people, even some family I had to just step back from because the negative influence that it was having on my decision making or my ability to, I'm already reprogramming my mindset. The last thing I needed was someone reminding me what their mindset was, constantly making me step back. So that's why we end up making space. Even you could still unconditionally love others, but you create space, a healthy space and detachment so that you can go on your journey. Whether you get back together and meet up again, that's, up to you and how they heal on their journey, right? But it's all about you, and it needs to be all about you because you're the only one getting your specific messages from the divine. All right, I need to know what you want, but what you're standing in your way of. All of you. I'm not trying to call you out. This is just the way it rolls. What it is we desire and what we're denying ourselves is getting off of this space where we know we're comfortable. We know what tomorrow brings. We know what the outcome is because it's always the same, but seeing it as a stepping stone. Every experience you've had was a stepping stone to where you're going. So it's not about we're losing anything or we're leaving anything behind. We're merely transmuting and alchemizing everything we have into our next step. So energy is energy. It's always alive. It never leaves or it never dies. But it does transmute. It can be created and shaped like Play-Doh into what we want next when we let go of what we were attached to in the physical world. The key, it's always about this, isn't it? Choosing yourself, operating in authenticity, and being creative. Because the more we tap into our creativity, as soon as I said transmuting and alchemizing, they chirp up on that. That's the secret. That is a true alchemist knows that as you release and express in authentic creation, whether it's painting, speaking, singing, writing, making amazing meals, whatever floats your boat that makes you feel creative, like there's a release, like a part of your essence and your emotions can be poured into something that is taking all the darkness that's been slung at you and creating something amazing. Donna, our ego needs to be quiet more. Yes. Hey, I mean, it would take someone pretty intense and quite the lengthy journey, I'd imagine, to completely burn your ego right to the ground and never ever, like, I think we still rely on our ego. We still need to let them have some say because they do believe that they are protecting us, right? And sometimes they still are. Or they will at least call out things that still need to be healed. So our ego has a place, but boy, can they get mouthy and extremely bossy. And, they always want to have the say. Phil, inspiration is life in spirit. That is so true. That is true. Inspiration in spirit. That's well put. Phil, the word guy. Donna, I have been telling people I'm an herbalist. It feels good. Yes, because you're finally identifying with who you truly are in spirit, in your soul. Like when I remember telling my realtor, who was like the middle person between my ex and I with over this house. And I shared this story once before and I won't get into great detail, but I just remember I when the house was to be signed back at another amount, and I literally said, it was about a million and a half I wanted, but it was 1.666666. I did that. And I just felt called to, so I just did. And me who's just like kind of whimsical and just does my thing. I did it and it freaked out the other person. That's an evil number. And I said, no, it's not. And I explained to my realtor, I said, it's very good luck. It's like balancing. It's love. It's harmony. And she looked like, what? And I said, I am a psychic medium. I would never intentionally send somebody some negative. And just to say I was a psychic medium, to actually wrap myself around that term when I never really considered that, or maybe it's the old witch wound, right? The old witch wound when you say you're an herbalist, or you say, it's like we're afraid, like from other lifetimes, that trauma's still there and we're still working through it, that we're going to be burned at the stake or crucified or something bad's going to happen. It's just beautiful when we finally accept our true calling and we say it loud and we don't really care how people receive it because it is who we are and the right ones will understand. I love that you're an herbalist. I think that's phenomenal. I think we need a lot more of that. I've been pushing stuff like that, how to heal yourself through herbs, through natural foods, how to heal. Like seriously. And instead of pill popping, check this out, right? And there's so many people that still yours is a journey that's not the easiest. Introducing it is. It's the witchin', I don't know what else to call it. The sorceress, witch, psychic, whatever, right? But we were deeply crucified for bringing forward anything in our past lives about us being intuitive in any way. If we could even perceive the future, or if we had some level of deeper understanding where we connected with that, look out, right? You wouldn't want to have dried flowers hanging in your window because someone would have burnt you at the stake if you even look sideways. Of course, we're a little, itch of the witch. Just saying. Spirit, anything else before I close this up? Oh my gosh. I love that we're just all falling into what we need to do. I know you will be one of the best herbalists out there. Oh, you need to make a decision. You can't sit on the fence, right? Which life do you want? The 3D that it's like, what was it? Was it The Matrix, the movie? Which pill do you want? The truth or to live in, ignorance and bliss, right? You got to choose because you can't go half and half. And I did learn that too. For years and years, I've done tarot readings and I had all these jobs. The magic didn't unlock until I free fell. And all of these divine gifts just start opening up because they have no choice. Now I'm getting the gifts of my beautiful ancestors, my lineage, my inheritance, my spiritual inheritance. I've even started having these incredibly prophetic dreams which I always wished for. I always said, I want them so clear. I want to know what they mean. And it's coming out. It's coming out because as soon as I free fell, the universe needs to take care of you and comply. It needs to comply. You are doing the work of your creator. Now we've got to take care of you. It is the universal law. And my gosh, they came through with flying colors. And the more I purge anything that I used to use as a security net, including junk, including ideas that it had to be a certain way, the more I'm getting more and more and more psychic gifts. It is freaking me out and I love it. It's exhilarating. So it's about making a choice. You can't have it all. Like I said, I was the one who had to rely on myself. So I was hyper independent. I had all those jobs and I couldn't understand why, doing readings for others wasn't as magical as I figured it should be. Why am I only intuitive but not really grasping some things? It's because you have to make that choice. You can't sit on both sides of the fence. And as soon as I did, against all fears, that's when this happened. And it continues to happen. I don't know what else to say. It happens for us. It's so incredible. You are deeply rewarded when you do the work of God, the creator, source, energy, universe, whatever you call Gaia. You are deeply rewarded. And even when you think that things, even when I was without a hot water tank, it blew up and I was without it a long time. I was so happy. I looked around and I said, I'm not completely without. I have a garden hose and it is actually being heated in the sun. And I washed my hair there. And I remembered I was equipped for this. When I was out on the stone hill building rock next to the river, I had to boil water on the campfire. And I said, isn't it nice I could just turn on my stove and boil water for a bath? Hello, blessed child. Welcome back. So it's about seeing everything around you, utilizing it. Sometimes we're humbled. Sometimes we go through these things to remind us how much we can truly appreciate everything. And once we are operating out of gratitude, even if it looks like there's not much going on around you and you're not sure, that's just when there's a knock at the door. That's just when you have a best friend that you haven't seen in a long time that will come out and help you. They will come out and help you when it seems bleak. This magic is universal and it never, ever goes away. It's just the way it is. You operate out of kindness and love. It all gets returned one shape or way in another in this life. Okay, guys. That was a whole lot of power coming through me. I'm hyped now. What do we got? What do we need to know? Do you want me to just ask? I'm so happy you're all here. I just love our little soul tribe meetings. Ivy, hey. Good to see you. Okay. Kath's like running with passion in her veins right now. I've been hyped all day. I had this intense channeled message come through. I did a reading before this and I was like, whoa! It was freaking wild. So much truth is coming out of the woodwork. And I remember thinking, how am I going to find all this truth out? And it came through me. I'm like, okay, well, I'm sharing this. I'm sharing this bad boy because the right people need to know. I just love it. Guys, free fall. It is like being literally reborn, It's a little freaky at first when you're adjusting. It's like, wow, I have no choice but to wait and see and just be my best version of myself. But it's incredible how freeing it is and how exhilarating, fulfilling. Yes, that is the word. All right. I'm breaking into the bad boys here. We did our Osho Zen reading. Didn't I say something coming in fast? Some truth coming in fast. Oh, it's going to bring a lot to light. It's going to bring a lot to light and a lot of freedom. And the inner child is going to be so happy. So if you haven't seen my video that I did earlier today, maybe that one's for you. Very possible. All right, Spirit. Let's get some details. Let's just do that. Whoo! An offer that was taking forever to come in is coming in now because the tower is forcing them. They were taking forever, but they went through a tower and now they're coming in to bring you some offer. Do tell, Spirit. Do tell. So you've been waiting on something. Ivy, you look good. Oh, thanks, sweetie. Blessed child. Oh, you watched it? Did it resonate with you? Or I was given so many confirmational signs to watch for. Oh, could this have involved a player in the past? This is me looking like shocked. Here's my shocked face. Of course, yes. Oh well. They know not what they do. Little broken children, we pray for them. But it looks like they might be finally coming in with an offer that was meant to come a long time ago. But since they had the tower and a whole fire lit under their derriere, now they're going, yay! So they're finally letting go of potentially, oh, thank you, Spirit. I'm getting it. They clung literally to the material world so much that they didn't see your true value because you were being hidden in plain sight. They had to make a choice based on just what they were allowed to see in your beautiful shining light. Pity their loss. What do we got? Blessed child, I forgive them all. Me too. To free myself, I let it all go. And actually, with a lot of gratitude. No, I wasn't grateful when I had hands around my throat. No, I wasn't grateful getting steel-toe boots in the gut. I wasn't grateful being repeatedly thrown out of the house I was building or any of that. But I was grateful for the lessons I took out of it. And you know what? I am a powerful being now because I went through it, but then I chose myself. I went through moving on to calmer waters. I was able to let go and go through this transition. All of it was magical. All of it was by divine. And now I'm aligning with my beautiful soul tribe and maybe even some love coming in. Woo, it's been a while. It's been a while. But we wouldn't know how to love ourselves. Confirmation. Some of you might have some interesting love coming in, but definitely soul family, because you're choosing to love yourself. And that was based on going through all of this. You know, sometimes we have to burn to learn, literally. In order to truly appreciate our worth, we need to be power slammed and do all of that healing. It's a lot of healing. But when we do, we can then bring it out for others. We can bring it out by pouring it into a craft that we can master, our own ability to show others through paintings, through songs, through whatever, right? Or herbalists, through all of these creative endeavors. We can heal others by opening this up. We open up all of our chakras to the beautiful divine light. We open up because we're not afraid anymore, because we've learned that we are truly lovable as we are, showing up without anything except our raw selves and what we have to share. Okay, blessed child. I lost a lot of blood, literally, but it had a purpose. Exactly. Like, we can look back and boy, do we have a story. Like, all of you could be incredible authors of your story. It's already written. You just put it to paper because you are stepping into this very stable life. It's coming up. It's all welcome. Welcome it because it's coming through a craft that you've mastered or that you're currently working hard and mastering. It's going to bring a lot of healing to the world. Happy home, happy life, reuniting with your soul family, reuniting with soul mates, the people who are aligned with you. Some of you do have a cup of love coming in that's going to be offered. Ooh, I wonder how well that's going to go with this one that took forever. Guess what? This one knows the worth. They're not taking forever. The one who's emotionally mature doesn't sit on the fence about whether to commit or offer their love. Oh, can you say a quarrel? You're just waiting for your ships to come in. You know, you're not looking at all this stuff of people coming in like that necessarily. You're just saying, hey, I'm focused on me. See the spirit right here? Just went over by the clock. That was cool. You're just focusing on yourself. A lot of you are being celibate. The single ones are being celibate, like myself. It's like, you're not tapping into my golden womb with that crazy over dipped wand. You're not tapping into my essence. I'm not wearing your karma. And you're keeping what you know and what you intuitively know close to you, because you know that they could use that against you. You're not playing that game anymore. You're coming out of this difficult feeling, left out in the cold, abandoned, and poverty and sickness, some of you. Not anymore. You walked away. You walked away. So there's incredible things coming your way as a result. Donna, I've cleared the energy of my land with the help of dragons. So all my herbs grow in love and strength. Oh, I can imagine. You saw the turtle, blessed child? Anything that grows under your divine care, Empress Donna, anyone will benefit largely and heal through that, whatever they get their hands on from you. Donna, that was funny. Overdipped. It was overdipped. They're players. Some of them are narcissists. It's disgusting. Don't put that tainted wand near an empress golden womb of manifestation. No thanks. We don't need to tap into your karma. Anything else, Spirit, before I close this one out? This might resonate with some of you. Definitely resonates with me. I'm going to send you guys hearts. I don't know if you can see them, but I'm going to give you little hearts. All right. Anything else? This came up twice. I thought it just dropped out, but this time it came out. So the Knight of Swords. There is more clarity and information. Someone is coming in hot. I'm getting intuitively. Thank you, Spirit. This is somebody that participated against you. Okay? They didn't see that they had who you really were, and they actually were fed a lot of lies. They are potentially coming in now, not just to come forward with some truth about some of the information about some of the people that came against you, but also as to relieve some of their own karma they know. And they also may have a little bit of a, passion. They might have a lot of passion for you. That's not suggesting that they deserve to spend any time that way with you, but they might be coming in with information to help clarify things, if for no other reason than to put in, to take care of some of the karma they're receiving, because they're feeling it heavy. And I think now they know who they were up against. And that was a big no-no. Donna, you're still laughing. You're so cute. All right. I said that was it. Do you want me to take these? Victory, accolades, clearing your name, celebrating you with the Six of Wands. And because you're finally getting your confidence back, you're finally grounded. Like I said, confident, you're building your own wealth. Just that's about the time where somebody comes in, right? This one, because they're desperate. Of course they want you, right? This one, returning. Oh, I've got this coin for you. And this one, because I feel like this one's new, this Knight of Cups. And they're like, you've got your crap together. Maybe we should talk. But you'll always use your discernment. I don't know. What have you got to offer? That's a lovely cup of love you've got there. Let me see if we can put my pentacle together with your cup of love, and we'll see what we can make. Why do I feel like this has become a puppet show, guys? Ivy, I don't forgive. What my spiritual guides will say about meeting the one already happened or not. What, you mean you've already met them? Or you're just trusting your instincts? You always trust your instincts. Because not all readings are going to resonate with everybody. That's why I tried to get as many details as I possibly can from Spirit, so you'll know if it's for you. It depends on where we are in our journey. Like, the playbook is always the same in life. It's always the same. And someone should have given me that playbook a long time ago, but then I wouldn't have learned. But literally, you end up um, being like resonating, like gravitating toward people who have the same unhealed dynamics as the people of your past, especially your childhood. And, your dynamics literally feed each other to try to trigger each other to heal, to help, to force you to heal your wounds. Once you separate from them, you take that time alone, you do the deep diving to say, why does this keep happening? What's the common denominator? Why do I always feel like I have to give, give, give? Or why do I feel like I cannot express myself honestly, emotionally? Why can I not commit? All these defense mechanisms. You burn through those, and then you become very selective about, who you want to yoke with in life because you literally share karma. No one told me that when I was growing up. Heck, I would never have gotten with most of the people I was with. I wore a lot of karma. It was all part of the learning and growing. And until you learn to love yourself and pour into yourself and heal these wounds, the perfect pairing for you, not that they're perfect people, none of us are perfect, but someone who is really meant to be in your highest timeline with you, your divine pairing, then they can find you once you learn your own beauty, see your own frailties as a part of being human and lovable. Um, IV, I'm not sure if I met him or not. I think I can only speak from my experience, which is what I meant to share, is anytime that it seemed, real good at the beginning. I had a lot of narcissistic people in my life. I started to recognize the love bombing, and when it's like they're everything's quick to move, all the red flags. I had to trust in myself that I wasn't going to ignore them anymore, right? But when the red flags present, when they are instantly talking, big future goals, or they're giving me a bunch of stuff, or you know and just not ignoring the red flags. That was my big problem, is I would settle and ignore them and say, oh well, they just need a little bit of work. Like, we don't want something that needs a bunch of um what do I call that, spirit? Literally, that was blocked out of my head. I want to use that because that's what I feel like, some assembly required, right? We don't want some assembly required. Show up as you are. We'll get to know each other for real, right? We'll see if I support you, you support me, if everything looks good. But for goodness sakes, if there's a red flag, don't ignore it just because the beginning part, it looked like, hey, I could work with this. Like, you're broken, but I can work with this, or I can have patience and heal you. That's not what it's about, right? We should always be able to support each other. Really, you shouldn't have to take somebody by the hand and walk them through the journey, right? That's too draining. Then it takes you off your path. But I think you'll know. You'll know if there are red flags, things that really deeply trigger you, or not just that. Our divine team, when we're not tuning them out, they really are loud and clear about whether something feels right or not. It's just up to us to not ignore it. Don't ignore it just because you have the potential to be a fantastic, spouse to me. Yeah, but so does a dog. It depends on what you will settle for, right? Ivy, yes, I'm very tolerant and patient. Exactly. And that I was that way to a flaw, because as a beautiful empath that you are tapping into their higher self, their true pure soul. So you're looking at their potential, like I always did, maybe, like maybe that's what you're doing. And we can see beyond the broken bits because we see their purity. Our higher soul is saying, wow, look at that. You are really something. I can see your purity. But we're not seeing what they're showing us, which is, you know, definitely not all that. It still has some growing to do. So that's kind of where you go with it. You always trust your gut, always. It doesn't matter who tells you otherwise. Donna, animals are better sometimes. My dog, he's been so loyal. He's such a handsome little furry man, and he's not overly high maintenance. And I mean, he really doesn't talk back much, and he's so, you know, unconditionally loving. But there does come a point where you've healed enough that you do want some more, and that's kind of where I'm at. You're right, though. Animals are beautiful little angels. They get us through so much. They put up with a lot of our crap, especially on the healing journey. Okay, Spirit, what do you want? Oh, you want one of these? All right, I'm supposed to share with you an angel message, so we're going to go with soul light, 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 light. And we'll see if I can read the words all blended together. But we're calling in your angels at this time. Calling in the angels. What message do you have for this beautiful collective watching at this time? Were some of you guys looking at the clouds and the shapes of the clouds? I'm hearing today or yesterday or something. It was not long ago. They were sending messages there. What have we got? Confidence and courage. All right, now I got to read this. Can you guys read that? All right, I'm bringing out the glasses. Too blurred. Oh, I'm channeling and I'm getting so hot in here. I hate the heat that comes off that. All right. Face life's adventures and challenges. Come on, girl. Hold her steady here. Oh my goodness. Okay, bravely with confidence and courage. Boy, that took forever. Okay. Face life's adventures and challenges bravely and with confidence and courage. All right. Well, the reading, the Osho Zen, was about embracing the adventure and a lot to do with definitely having courage and confidence because it'll lead you to everywhere you need to be. That is the thing we need to know. Even if we're getting slammed with challenges, it's literally for our own good. It is leading us to the path we need to go on. Donna says, doesn't leave the toilet seat up. Well, no, my dog doesn't leave the toilet seat up. Not yet. I do wonder if he has little parties when I go out, but I'm not sure. Ivy, your dog is the best. That's so cute. I love that. I love my boy. We've been through so much. All right, guardian angels coming through, guys. What have we got? Your angels always by your side, ready to offer protection and guidance. I just said we're never really alone. We are never alone. Since birth, we have angels, guides assigned to us. And some of them have been through all our lifetimes with us. They've always supported us. They know where we want to go. Donna says, adventure. Woohoo! Yeah, bring it. I get tired of sitting still in one spot. It's neat that you know exactly what's going to happen next, but that wears thin real fast too. All right, we've also got self-acceptance. I've accepted that I sometimes need glasses. Embrace all parts of yourself with self-compassion and forgiveness. Yes, even the parts of us that screw up. Like literally the other day with me falling off that hammock doing that reading, I was not anticipating that. And I think probably quite a few people would have never posted that all over the world. But I laughed because that's the part of me that is human and authentic. And I thought, if it were, a friend of mine and they did that and they shared that with me, I would laugh, of course, knowing that they're all right. But so why wouldn't I share the laughter, even if it is at my expense? Because it's about just embracing every aspect of yourself and seeing that it is all perfect for the right people to find it. And it is always aligned for the right people to find it. Even the mess ups, and especially the mess ups. And when we mess up and we allow others to see it, they feel more comfortable in our space because they say, there's a real human. They're not going to judge me because look how bad they screwed up. They fell right off the hammock, right? Donna, it looked like you were having fun. It wasn't intended to be fun, Donna. It took me so long too, because I had this thing that I just picked up that holds your holds your phone, right? I had to figure out how to clip it to the hammock with all the ropes so it sit still. And then I had my wad of cards, my Osho Zen. And I didn't even think, because I haven't been on the hammock yet this year. I put all the pieces back together. I set it up under a shady tree and I went, I'm going in. All I thought about was this reading that I'm going to do. It's going to be so nice sitting here, so peaceful. And I flew right over to the other side and the camera, it was perfect. You couldn't have done it any better planning it. It literally was kept looking at me as I was falling down as the hammock swung. So the fun part was You got the real deal where when I do something like that, I literally laugh through it. As I was falling and smashing my elbow, I laughed. It was funny, but it captured it. And I thought, you got to share stuff like that. I don't know. You just do. All right. Anybody have any questions? Anybody? 8:46 on the clock. Do you want me to do another reading? just a fair warning. If I don't get a question, I'll probably give you another positive affirmation. Warning, warning. Oh, you want that one? Okay. What do we got? Physical well-being is only one good thought away. Yes, we create our reality. There it is, guys. Can't make that up. There it is. And the back says, you could have every disease known to man within you today, and if you chose different feeling thoughts tomorrow, they would all leave your body. The key is to not give any unwanted thing much attention. When it doesn't feel good, turn your attention someplace else. That is so true. And since I'm so wordy, I will elaborate. Even when you're driving down the road, going down the road on the highway, and I mean, when I was younger, I was definitely guilty of this. If someone cut me off, if someone scared me and did something while I was driving, my instinct would be like to yell at them, like call them a name or something, right? Because you're reacting, so you're in a place of survival mode. But the truth is, when we do stuff like that, when we're putting energy of any kind onto that person, we're feeding them and we're depleting ourselves. And then the more you continue to think about that, like, oh, I can't believe it. I can't wait to tell, Sally that today I was cut off by this person and I called them a this and that, and you're reliving it. You're constantly putting your focus on that. And you wonder why you keep coming up with these crazy drivers. It's because you're recreating the same thing over and over. Why did I have so many narcissistic people in my life? Because I kept focusing on why do I have so many narcissistic people in my life? I don't know why this keeps happening. And then I keep talking about it. And then I keep thinking about it. That's what that is. It's one thought away. So instead of focusing on the problem, focusing on something that you want, how about it's like, what is in there? A tarot deck that's like the after tarot. What happens after? Well, let's focus on what could happen that's good. Like I used to say, oh, what could go wrong? And now I literally force myself to say, what could go right? Show me, right? So whatever we put our attention on, especially with emotion, strong emotion and passion and deep feeling, we tend to manifest. You guys are master manifestors, so you got to be very careful where you put your attention, right? Oh yeah. Okay, do you want another Osho Zen reading, or do you want me to go with the Rider-Waite deck? Which one you want? First one to say so. What do you guys want? Osho Zen deck or the Rider-Waite deck? Regular tarot deck. Giving you hearts till you answer. Got a cramp in my hand. Oh my gosh. I'll just shuffle. Ask angels, how good can this get? Oh, let's do it. I love it. Let's do it. Okay. I'm going to use... Oh. I'm going to use this deck. I just split it. The Absolute Truth, Judgment, and Awakening. Oh, it's going to be honest. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Phil says, Osho. All right. What would happen if I mix them all together? I know they're a little different in size. Let's do this. Oh, let's play Mad Scientist. I don't even know if I could shuffle all these together. Fumble with me, guys. Let's see what happens. We're asking our angels, How good can this get? With both decks to see what will happen. I'm going to have to take 10 off the top because I really don't know if they're going to fly out. Hi, John. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I sound like Fozzie Bear. Waka, waka, waka. Oh, look, they are flipping them for me. There's a new offer coming in, some news coming in, a message coming in. Well, do tell. This is really awkward. See, I have really long fingers, like alien fingers. But this is still tricky. Angels, how good can it get? Weren't we just talking about how you're bossing up, how grounded you are, how you're radiant, starting to build your own business, perhaps, or, facilitating your own growth, stability? Whoa, they want that. Okay. You gave me 2. King of Swords, truth seer, truth speaker, working on your craft, mastering your craft. Oh, okay. Well, we've got a Queen of Pentacles and we got a King of Swords. And I don't know why they gave me the Hanged Man, but we're going to look into this. Okay. So there's some news coming in, some kind of a message. I believe it's from a King of Swords, could be an air sign. So Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, coming in for a Queen of Pentacles. This may or may not be someone who's embodying right now Earth sign, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. There's a brand new perspective coming. I think that this King of Swords, who is a truth seer, truth speaker, is coming in with some kind of information to let you see the other side of something. It's going to bring truth. It's going to bring clarity. And it's going to help you mastering whatever craft you're working on. Wow. It's going to help you move forward. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. I want one more, please, Spirit. They're going to give me more than that just to show me up. Donna, do it. I love it. I love your attitude. We are fireballs. We just try new things all the time because what could go right? Woo! Oh, they gave me a lot. They're going to make me work. See how they got cocky because I said just one? Remember we were just talking about the player? This card will never be the same for you, will it? Knight of Wands. Okay, so the perspective has something to do with that individual, a group of people, okay? A cycle that they were refusing. No. They were refusing to allow, they were trying to hold you back from breaking a cycle, but also from being seen, like literally on like social media, like worldwide. They were trying to block that because I think you're meant to bring something a lot to the table. They've been watching you from social media platforms as well and gossiping. Woo! See all those birds in the background? They're all gossiping and carrying on in the background. That's some bad mojo. They were trying to keep you. Okay, and then we're asking how good this is going to get. So they're saying, they literally just interrupted me. Stay tuned. They were trying to stop you from being victorious moving forward. Okay, so we know this person's coming in to bring clarity. This is going to be the thing that helps you switch your perspective, which is going to help you actually on what you're working on. And it is going to align you. So this person coming in with this truth is going to be key to you having a deeper understanding. Is going to thrust you forward. This is what I'm getting. Let's see what they show. Look at this. What is this? Yes. Okay. So you might be called to like spend some time alone, tap into that wisdom. There's something that you're getting, messages from the divine that you will bring forward and finally align with your heart's desires based on some downloads that they're trying to give you. So once they come in, you start to see a different perspective. This is going to be very powerful. You're going to take that knowledge. You're going to go in your hidey hole. You're going to give it some deep wisdom thought, and the message is coming in. It's going to align you with your complete heart's fulfillment, I'm hearing. It's going to give you a lot of strength because whatever this information is coming forward, you will see why things didn't work out for you necessarily, that it wasn't you, it had nothing to do with you at all. You're going to see how strong you were because you came up against a whole group with that 3 of coins. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. You defended, you were constantly literally defending yourself against all of these attacks. You didn't know where they were coming from. You're about to find out because this King of Swords is coming in with the info about the betrayal that went on in the background. 3 is hugely significant. Anything else, Spirit? Boy, these are awkward cards. Somehow I'm still shuffling them. Whoa! And they told me to take this. They're using this card to signify it is literally a spiritual war against good and evil, but also keep in mind, you've been programmed to believe this is good, this is bad. Don't do this, do this. You got to fight against that. And this perspective change, this I'm getting intuitively, thank you, angels. This Knight of Swords is also going to have a perspective change. That's why they're coming forward with the truth now. They knew about this. They knew about this, but their programming in their life was to accept. They always had there was a justification as to why they felt okay coming against you, maybe gossiping, doing whatever, because they were operating out of ego. But their perspective changed that. They saw through this. It's not what's right. It's not what's right, even though I was told that, yeah, there was a lack of justice. That's what they're doing. They're coming in to share this. I dropped a card. Hold on. Going in. So they're no longer sitting on the fence. They're coming in with the truth. This is going to get you moving forward. This has been stalling you out. Thank you, Spirit. This is what's been stalling you out. There's been all of this energy holding you back, people gossiping, a lot of things going on in the background. That's how good it can get. Oh, my goodness. I dropped it. That's how good it can get. Okay? The 10 of Pentacles. Closed up cycles, all of these rewards, stability, ace, and an offer of love coming in, a brand new beginning in love, all of the burdens being taken off of you. This is how good it can get. Balance being restored. Hello, Earth Angel. Balance being restored again and being able to see through all of the mass. In other words, I'm hearing public accountability. Okay, these people are going to have to be held accountable for what they did to you because you're transforming despite their best efforts. Woo! Drop the mic. Okay, I better read these comments. Sorry, guys. Donna. I resonate with that so much. Me too, my dear. And guess what? We got ourselves out of that mental prison that they had us in. 8/8 is extremely significant. Extremely significant. August 8th. Don't be surprised if you see, this person coming in or some kind of clarity, really deep clarity coming in by August 8th. Because judgment's been called and they're going through their own awakening. Oh, I love when Spirit does this. That's the one coming in with this offer. They're coming in with an offer of truth. Bum, bum, bum. Remember the slowest offer took them forever? They're coming in with this because they've had a perspective change. Well, hot diggity dog. Look, I did it. They're still together. Oh, did you see that? Whatever could that be? That was fun, guys. That was fun to play. Lionsgate 8/8. Oh, yes, my dear. That's a very, 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 very powerful time. Thank you, Donna, for sharing that. You're right. That would only make sense, wouldn't it? That it would be the Lionsgate. Woohoo! Party at our house. All right. That was quite the mess I made. Anybody else have any questions? Lionsgate. You know what I'm really looking forward to is the meteor showers. I look forward to those so much. That's why originally I bought 2 double hammocks. I always thought I'd have a partner in my life that would, want to watch the stars with me, but that never happened. So I sold one, but I kept one. Well, I gave one to my kids and I kept one. But it's double wide. If I get with somebody again, they're going to be snuggling with me anyway, so. Anybody else here love watching the meteor showers? Sky watchers? I used to love laying on a picnic table and just looking up because, your neck can get really tired if you just like. Phil, me too. That's so awesomeness. That's so awesomeness. You see a lot of things when you stop and look up. A lot of things that we don't even know is going on up there, Donna. I love August meteor showers. I imagine they are stars. I know, it's so beautiful, eh? Well, we are of the stars. We are of stardust. We are beautiful essence of the stars. And we are powerful beings. You know how long it's going to take probably to sort these? Excuse me. I am so amazed at how fast time has flown. that we're already through middle of July and had to come to terms with me not getting all my flower seeds out and stuff. I've had a lot going on, but I am looking forward to those beautiful showers, the meteor showers. Donna, August meteor showers, spelling. I already knew I knew what you meant. I wasn't gonna be all like Grandma Queen on you. Grammar Queen. Grandma? I'm Grandma Queen. Just call me Grandma Queen. You guys, you're awesome. I'm so glad we meet like this. So, do we have any more questions or should I close out? I always feel bad saying goodbye to you guys, though. I feel like we're so strong together. We are powerful. Anybody? Incarnate Flame. Hey, loves, I've arrived. Just logging on. Woo! Welcome. See? Okay, do you have any questions? Anything you think we should tap into, my darling? You'll have to play this back because I think you'll really enjoy the readings we did. And we also got messy and made mistakes, had some fun. We were combining decks to see what happens. Donna's laughing. Oh my gosh. Incarnate, thanks for that reading you posted earlier. Oh, I'm just so glad it resonated, and I knew it was meant to be heard by a very select few for sure, and it only makes sense it would be you. It definitely makes sense, and I think that's powerful and beautiful. And thanks so much for the confirmation. It makes me feel good. Incarnate Flame. What is a future card for the entire group? Ooh, future. Okay. And remember, that's if we decide to accept any challenges that the divine gives us, because we write our future. Does anybody remember what the future card was on that Osho Zen? I'm trying to remember. A new journey. It was a new journey. That so long as we quit exhausting ourselves, putting our resources on things that weren't aligning with us, and as long as we embraced adventure, we would have a brand new journey offered. And it would lead to a lot of amazing things. Yeah, but I'm going to ask again. Spirit guides, higher self, guardian angels, and ancestors. What is the group energy of the future based on what trajectory we're aiming for right now? What's that future card? What can we anticipate? Yay, new chapter, Incarnate Flame says. Yes, indeed. Brand new chapter, brand new journey, filled with adventure, like the kind that would light our inner child up. I think we've shuffled the, did you see them throw that? Sorry, apologies. Also, there will be time that we will spend alone gathering deeper wisdom. So definitely we will be tapped into our these downloads that we're getting. We'll have on this journey more time where we can set aside for ourselves and really hear the messages coming through from spirit so we can bring them out and share them with others. You'll be way more tapped in. Way more tapped in. Hermit kind of feeling. Hermit mode. Just really enjoying our aloneness instead of feeling lonely is what I'm getting. Also, anything else, Spirit? Energy move. Oh, no, they want me to try. Okay. Use one of these. Since we were combining them, they're laughing at me now. It was kind of fun, right? Okay, future card for the collective watching. Just based on what we're doing right now, what we're choosing, please tap into the higher selves of those watching and what their intentions are and where they're headed in the future. One card, please, Spirit. Oh, I knew it. I know better than to ask for one because then they do this thing. Ooh, so it looks like you'll be coming together, starting a reunion of sorts, a union with somebody that's been watching you on the sidelines. They've been really interested in you. Okay. And what have we got? Oh, independent wealth. Okay. So a big glow up while you're on this journey, for sure. There will be those who still want to make a break for it, want to take things, strategize on how to get in your energy, because look at you, you're in a major glow up, you're finally pouring into yourself. There will be those, but that comes with this glow up. There are always those that will be jealous, or I'm hearing also competitive, right? But what to expect, stability, okay, growing your coins, investing in yourself, and somebody else investing in you. This person who's been watching, they want to invest in you. They're watching you glow up. Somehow they've been watching you online. I'm Somehow they've been watching you and online. It was supposed to be comma online potentially, but they said strongly online through me. So I said I'm open to channels, and if they give me that channeled message, that's what you get, folks. Where are we, guys? Incarnate Flame. Oh, I read that. Donna, love the haters. That's fuel for the fire. It totally is. Bam! My computer just like did a bling confirmation. It's transmuting that energy, pouring it into ourselves. Incarnate Flame. As long as we use our discernment, we will be okay. Absolutely. We've been trained for this. We've been training our entire lives for this. Now we get to play. Now we get to make messy mistakes and have fun and get wild and say, what's next? Like that inner child of us is so inquisitive again. It's like, what's around that corner? Let's go see. But you're right. We can use our discernment. We can feel with our inner compass. Does this feel right, or does this feel like it doesn't work for me? And we are always protected in that way. Protected with the ability to protect ourselves too. Incarnate Flame says, but yes, new soul family coming in. 2 of Cups, true friends. And that's what we need. That's what we all really need, is people that resonate with us, people who accept us for who we are, all our flaws, all our ambitions, someone and people that can support and nurture that side of us while that inner child is allowed to grow again. John says, imagine playing an 8mm movie projector of life. Exactly. Isn't that so cool? Yeah, imagine, right? Frame by frame. Frame by frame. I can't do it. I can't do it that fast. The most beautiful part of that is that we get to choose every moment about which direction we want to go. Donna, John, I'd watch that. Exactly. We've already had all of these different series and movies, right? Frame by frame. So what is your movie going to embody moving forward? Like, what, you're the producer of your movie. So who's going to be in it? What's going to be all of the drama, non-drama? What's going to be the excitement? What's going to be the sitting on the edge of your seat? How is it going to be rectified? 9:09 on the clock. This is an intense movie that you get to be the producer of. Incarnate Flame says, the movie of our lives. Exactly. Incarnate Flame also says, we are the main character. You betcha. And now, speaking on your discernment too, Incarnate Flame, who are we going to allow to be the non-playing characters in the background? Who's going to be allowed to be the main characters with us, the supporting actors and actresses? There's certainly not going to be the duds that we had that didn't support our role, right? We had the most unsupportive actors and actresses in our lives before. Now we're going to change it up because we want to be the main character thriving. Incarnate Flame. Oh, please, no more drama. Laugh out loud. Me too. John Shakespeare. Love that. I love that. We get to make it anything we want. And operating out of, our true authentic self, we're going to shine so brightly. And that's the most amazingly powerful way to exist. How free is that? When I was a child, I remember asking one of my parents, why doesn't everybody just stop lying? If we just say what we think and feel, then no one will ever have to wonder, and then no one will be hurt. I remember asking that. I'm making my own dreams come true, because when we operate out of authenticity and find people that are authentic, even though it's raw, it's such a respectful place to be, to know where they're coming from. They always shoot straight from the hip. They don't buffalo you. It's such a beautiful feeling to not have to guess or be the detective. And so, of course, 911 on the clock. Why wouldn't we give that beautiful gift to others, right? Talk about an incredible movie. No more drama. The climax is I'm sitting in a field watching the animals watching the sunset over a lake. That's the climax, man. I'd watch that over and over. Less drama. The drama is, gosh, Lily, it looks like those tree leaves are flipping. It might rain soon. Dun, dun, dun. All right, guys. Obviously, I'm getting punchy. I should send you all some love and tune out. And thanks so much for all of your interactions, all of your likes. You guys are amazing, and I love you so much. I love these deep conversations that we have, and even the not so deep ones. I love laughing with all of you. You're so beautiful. All of your souls are so beautiful. I'm proud of you for embarking on these new journeys. So many of you are starting fresh. You're starting to follow your own path. You're really doing what floats your boat, and that is so, so exciting. Donna says, love, transparency, truth. And Incarnate Flame says, love y'all. We all love you too. And we support each other 100%. So just know I'm always sending healing, loving vibes to all of you. I think of you throughout the day. I think you're all doing amazing. And I'm so proud of you. And I know your spirit guides are too. Donna, you're amazing. And what is that? I can't see that. I'm putting my glasses on. There's an emoji. You're amazing. And a big smile with the teeth. I love your sense of humor. Okay, guys. Oh, look at this. On the bottom of the deck, I've been playing with it. Maturity. Oh, it's all coming in. All the work you've been doing is all coming to fruition. Maturity. Allow yourself to be open and receive, knowing your worth, your value. You've worked hard for this. And like I keep saying, the energy is shifting. It's all due to you, and it's coming in now. You're worth it, Donna. Funny. All right, guys. I'm sending you so much love. I'll just put the stream is ending sign up so you could talk amongst yourselves too. That way I don't close it right away. If you guys want to chit chat with each other, I think that's awesome. We are a soul family, and I really do love you all. Keep shining, you beautiful darlings.